Can we talk? Sorry. You just want to get out of here. And you likely don't want to tag along like me. It's just... Mr. Thompson has his own view on matters. On account of it's his job and what all, but... that's not the only side of the tale. To Mr. Thompson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks or stutters, it gets replaced. The deserters... Miss McDevitt? Oh, gosh, no. She was a real important person. A flavorist. Alls I know is she left after her son died. It was a real big to-do. Can't say as I know. I wasn't there. The sound carried, but not the word. If Mr. Thompson ain't of a mind to tell you his own self, you'd best ask Miss McDevitt. I don't know anybody well. I mostly... There was a boy named Thomas who used to follow me around, asking questions about the stuff I fixed. Life's hard here. Especially for them that don't fit in so well. We're one big Spacer's Choice family, but every family's got the one the rest whisper about. Mr. Thompson's aiming to take away their power. They'll have no lights to see, nor heat to cook. They'll be at the mercy of marauders or war. I think you should talk to the town's vicar about it. Max, his name is. The mission's on the east side of town. You can't miss it. On account of it being the only clean thing. About if what Mr. Thompson proposes to do is upright. Leaving Miss McDevitt's folk to their fate. Their neighbors. And maybe he can think of something else to try. Something we ain't. He used to go walking out. It's just an idea. Thanks, mister. I just think when you gotta make a decision that'll hurt somebody, it's best to think that's what my dad used.
Hey, you hear about Wilson?
Been eating nothing but salt tuna for a year.
Yes, Mr. Thompson. Whoa, well, you tell Mr. Thompson I'll be right at my post. Tomorrow. Bright and early. You some sort of wandering alienist? Walking into a man's own... What? No. I mean, Silas knows, doesn't he? That's why he sent you. That's why he wants me to pay up. Sounds like he's already told you. You may as well hear it from me. I'm dying. I'm not long for this world. The date of my expiration is...
Don't say that, Mr. Abernathy. You still got a couple decades in you.
I'd steer clear, Ms. Holcomb. My affliction's bound to be... It's plague. Has to be. Silas knows. He knows I got one foot in my grave, and now he wants... You are? Oh, wow. I'll pay your fees. I don't want any trouble from Silas. But if you could see a way to freelancing for me... Oh, hey, I'm sorry. Was just you ain't one of us. A spacer, I mean. Not your fault, though. Even freelancers gotta eat. And if that means they must scratch some bits out of odd jobs, who am I to judge them? Couple hours out of your day and some light second-story work. There's a cache of anthracillin tucked away in the old community center. Powerful stuff. I need you to break in. I'll do what I tried medicating myself with adrenochrome. Anyway, I can't just buy medicine. Distribution of medicine is strict. More like the company won't treat me because I'm not. You will not find any guard. I have it on good authority. There's a gang. So you'll do it then? You oblige me with your haste. I think I feel the plague spreading. Oh, law, it's in my... Just keep your head down when you're in there. Marauders have taken over. Probably tracking mud all over the archive. I know that. Reed would have wrote me up. Constable would have locked me up and wrote me up.
You're making a mistake working for Abernathy.
Oh, I cut my own hair.
Please don't touch anything. Your hands are probably crawling. Physical hygiene recapitulates moral hygiene. Cleanliness is next to lawfulness. No, thank you. That's quite all right. I've seen enough body parts in my line of work. I'm Conrad. You will report to me if your hair fails to meet space. You will also report to me in the event of your death. Whereupon... Burial in the unfortunate event of a fatality. Go ahead. The plagues come at us with a vengeance this year. I wouldn't call them good workers, mind you. If they were... Fever, chills, fatigue... Company policy, friend. We don't have enough medicine. Mr. Thompson's brainchild. Have you met him yet? Edgewater has been good to me. I am never wanting for work. Not... As the good vicar says, work fortified... Ah, gravesite fees. Silas and I had talked about this at length. I thought I'd made it clear. As broke as pie crust, friend. Bidless, indigent, destitute. I simply cannot afford it. I am a blemish on the prosperity of our fair settlement. When I... I have to be, if only to prepare myself for my inevitable dressing down at the hands of... Tell Silas I can't afford to pay, and that I fully expect to have my medical rights revoked for this dereliction. Some time ago, I fell ill with the plague. Frankly, I don't imagine I'll earn that right a second time. The barber work hasn't been profitable, you see. I've had to keep this old place... Not a bad idea. But I'd need some kind of collateral. Your idea intrigues me, but I'm afraid I don't have anything to...
Sorry, I'll just be a minute.
You had a minute. Next.
You the new worker? Whatever. Make it... Foreman Granger. Mind those words don't come out of your mouth unless... Shit. Silas still on about that. Here, take the fees. I'd appreciate it if you didn't tell Reed I was... Because they're not my fees and not my gravesite. Guy I worked with shot... If you're not familiar with board law, law requires delinquent gravesite fees to be paid by the deceased party's closest living relative. Shame, though. Eugene woke up one morning and put a round through his upper story. Can't imagine why. The kid was doing all right. Just between the two of us, I'm pretty shocked his weapon didn't misfire. Eugene wasn't family. Yeah, I was the closest living person relative to his body at time of death. I'm the one who found him, you see, so I pay the fines. Suicide's a crime. The legal term is irreparable damage to company property. What Eugene did to himself was vandalism. When one of your workers commits a crime, the entire town pays for it. In other words, Edgewater would have been penalized pretty hard. Whatever Eugene was worth as an asset, we would have had to pay out of pocket to Spacer's Choice. Look around. Edgewater ain't exactly swimming in luxury. We can't afford to pay the... All I know is Silas asked me for Eugene's gravesite fees, which means he was approved for burial, which means his papers went through. I'm just glad to put this whole ugly affair behind me. Eugene can rest his bones in peace, and the rest of us can...
You're safer inside the wall.
Got it. Inside voices.
Hey, Miss Parvati. Lovely to see you about, Miss Parvati.
Things going all right, Silas?
Been keeping him careful and true, miss. Best to ask her yourself.
My dad's buried here. Silas watches over him when I... Oh. Well,
Something I can do? Yeah? The colony ship? Are you talking about that old rumor? Ain't heard that one since I was but a stripling. Hope's just a rumor, friend. Ain't you? Maybe you've been out in the sun too long. Look, I don't know what's got you caterwauling about Hope this and Colony that, but you need to... Trouble's in the asking. Boy don't much care for folk running their mouths, spreading... You run into any... Conrad's barbershop is a yawning pit that swallows his every bit. I keep telling him he should cut a few corners. Skimp out on the disinfectant. You gotta put the squeeze on Conrad. Find some dirt on him. Maybe check his back room. That's the word, extortion. Been
When I was little, we'd get...
Thank the law. I've been requisitioning backup from... You ever swung a truncheon? Let me see your rifling stand. I'm talking about mechanical soldier. Cold, heartless automatons. That's right. That's what I've been saying. Auto-mechanicals. Creatures forged in the fires of When the swarms of mechanicals come clanging on over that hill, where will you... I've been gathering up a war chest over the years. Saltuna cans, mostly. Some... Enlistment fees. Yeah, I suppose. Wouldn't want to give the Resistance a bad name. They have sent a scout. The scout must not be permitted to return to its base of operation. Mechanicals got a weak spot in their midsections. I think that... Go on. You ever seen the way a mechanical just stands there? Just looking at you, scanning you with its murderous oculars. Mechanicals have been programmed to eliminate the human race. They've been programmed to replace us. First, they will rob us of our jobs. And once they have taken away our livelihoods, they will take away our very lives. Go on. I'm Ludwig Miller. Unofficially, strictly between you and... I told Silas I'd pay my dues if he agreed to join the Resistance. Guess... Mechanical repellent! A stroke of inspiration from the law itself. Here, I've been saving up a couple of bits for just such a...
What can I do for you? Oh? Am I in the company of a fellow doctor? Experience was my teacher. Experience, and so you want to be an embalmer. Go ahead. What can I... You know about Eugene? How? Then, you know Phyllis suggested selling off Eugene's gold teeth. Eugene's golden teeth were a family heirloom, representing 3 generations of poor... That's unthinkable. I can't ask Silas to dig up a man's...
Are you asking rhetorically? Because if you're being serious...
Desperate measures, Miss Holcomb. I'm going to have to ask Silas to dig up those teeth. It's the only way I'm paying my gravesite fees. I'm sure that I have no... Here you are. Gravesite papers affixed with my signature and an IOU. Eugene was not a suicide. He put a bullet in his brain, yes. I was the one who prepared Eugene's body for interment. I discovered symptoms. Eugene overdosed on adrenatime, which is known to cause psychosis and... We can all thank our lucky stars that young Eugene was hopped up. I included it all in my official report. I'd like to think I saved Edgewater a great...
Fancy threads. That some kind of hibernation suit? Yeah? Yeah. Funny thing, Eugene's body, the night we were supposed to commend his body to the earth, I had his grave all dug up and ready, right? And so I thought, I'll just rest my eyes a bit. When I woke up, his body was gone. Spirited away. Vanished. The footprints nearby suggested that Eugene was stolen by marauders. Or he rose from the dead. Let me know if you run into any reliable work from a freelancer. That's gonna take some getting used to. And I'll buy you a drink sometime. Suppose you've earned it. Abernathy was sick? With the plague? That's... I needed his fees because of his name. Hey. Yeah?